Hello and welcome to PMKC Studio. My name is Patrick. I wanted to make a video about the Brainworks BX Townhouse Bus Compressor plugin through Plugin Alliance. I always use it on my drum mix bus. It's a great sounding compressor. I always use the Squasher preset and I recommend it to any of you out there. I'm not affiliated with Brainworks nor Plugin Alliance. It's just such a great sounding compressor that I wanted to share this with you, so let's dive right into it. Okay, I already have a drum pattern set up. There's a kick, snare, hi-hat, tom, 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 overhead, room A and room B. There is the bass guitar to keep things in perspective a little bit more. So let's listen to what the drum pattern sounds like without the townhouse engaged. So that sounds quite dull, just try. Let's engage the Townhouse Bus Compressor and let's listen to what that sounds like. Okay, I just put up the mix knob to 100%. It was on 65 at the beginning. I normally have it at 93%. So that is what the drum pattern sounds like, but that is not what I want to show with this video. What I want to show with this video is I've got 5 tracks here. On the first one, I have the Molotok by TDR. It's a free compressor. It is a fantastic compressor. There's an extended version of this compressor, which is called the Gentleman's Edition. It has got more features. This one is free, the Gentleman's Edition. I can't remember anymore what the price is, but I can remember that it is really not a lot for the quality that you get. This is already a fantastic sounding compressor and it's free. And to be very honest, when I listen to this again, because of course there are so many plugins now, I should use this more often, and maybe I'm just going to buy the Gentleman's Edition, just support TDR, because most of their plugins, if not all, I can't remember that as well, are free until you go for the Gentleman's Edition. Then the next one is the Fetish by Analog Obsession. It's the black one. It's an 1176 style compressor. Really transparent. I really love this one. It's free. All Analog Obsession plugins are free, but go to their website to see how you can get these plugins, and you can even donate money to keep Analog Obsession going, making these great plugins. This is a fantastic one. I really love this one. So check that out. This one came after the black one. It's a great sounding compressor, although I never use it. It cuts off the transients very easily. It tightens up things very easily, sometimes a bit too much for the type of music that I mix. But I can imagine that for trap music, this is a fantastic compressor. Although I never use it, I always tend to use or the black one, but for sure I always grab my 1176 purple audio one. But something about that later. Let's go to the next one in line. That's the LaLa from Analog Obsession again. It's a LA2A compressor, so it's free again. It's very easy to set. You set the peak reduction as your threshold, then you compensate with the gain. You play around with the mix knob to see how much of that compression you want to let through. It's in all my mixes on several tracks because it sounds great, it's easy to use, and it tightens up things when you really need to tighten things up. So fantastic sounding compressor. The next one is the only paid one in the series of these 5 compressors. That is the MC77 Purple Audio Compressor by Brainworks through Plugin Alliance. This is an emulation of the hardware, and I never worked with the hardware, but videos that I watched on YouTube, everybody says that Brainworks really nailed it. They really did a great job, and those are people that worked with the plugin and with the hardware. So, and I can believe that it is true because this is such a fantastic sounding compressor. Try it out through Plugin Alliance website. You can get a 30-day trial for this plugin. Again, I'm not affiliated with the Plugin Alliance, but sometimes you just have to say, hey, these people, they really nailed it, probably, even though I have never worked with the hardware. But the sound that I hear, that's how I would like a compressor to sound. So it's really fantastic, and we will find that out in a second. So what I would like to do is, because you see that on every track I have the 4000E with the same input, and I played around with the fader to match the levels. That goes through the compressor. That goes through the Lindell 80 bus for a little bit of saturation, and that goes through the BX Townhouse Bus Compressor. But I will switch off the Townhouse on all the tracks for now, and let's just listen to what the Molotok sounds like. Really, really great sounding. A lot of saturation, especially on that snare. I really love it. So let's go to the next one, and that's the Fetish, is the black one, and let's listen to what that sounds like. Okay, I really smash it, of course. I set all these different compressors, all these 5 compressors, to more or less the same sound. I smash it because we only have the drums and the bass guitar, so I think that we are entitled to smash it a little bit. This is the analog obsession, the Fetish, the blue one. Let's listen to what that sounds like. So you already hear that the transients come less through. It tightens up things a little bit more. But now that I come to think of it, maybe the release time on this one is different than on this one. Yes, probably it is. But I try to set these compressors to have the same sound. But the knobs, they work a little bit different from the Fetish black one and the blue one. So let's try this again. Let's put the release time a little bit slower, and let's listen to that again. Maybe it changes a little bit the snare. Let's listen to the snare to see if it's a little bit more open. Yeah, that sounds that's better, I think. Before, the ring really came out because the saturation didn't cover that. Now, because you don't cut off the transients so easily, the saturation goes on top of the ring snare, so that you hear the ring a little bit less. But that is not the aim of the video. So that was just some side chain information. So let's go to the next one, which is the LaLa. And let's listen to what that sounds like. Of course, this will sound different because it's not an 1176 style compressor, it's an LA2A. Let's have a listen to it. So it's less aggressive, of course, um, because it's an LA2A style compressor. It's different from all the other compressors in this series. Let's listen to the purple audio. It sounds so great. I could listen to this all day long. I mean, it's so transparent. It lets everything through. It is as if you are in the same room with the drummer. I just think that it sounds fantastic. So I also think that this is the best sounding of all these compressors. Although I must say that the Molotok really comes close, but I really love this compressor. Now, the aim of this video is that this is a fantastic compressor, the MC77, but I am positive that with all the compressors in your DAW, you can achieve more or less the same vibe, the same character. I don't say that you can have all the same sounds that you can create with the Purple Audio or the Molotok or the other analog obsession compressors. They are all different and it's all to your taste, of course. But I found that the BX Townhouse Bus Compressor, on top of any other compressor, you can get really, really, really far. So if you have got good compressors already in your DAW, try the BX Townhouse Bus Compressor on top of your compressor. It will give you a lot of possibilities. So all these BX Townhouse Bus Compressors are set exactly the same. The squasher preset, 65% of the mix knob. And let's start with the Molotok. And I will start without the Townhouse, and then after I will engage the Townhouse Bus Compressor. Let's listen to what that sounds like. You can hear it really smashes everything. A little bit too much, of course, but hey, we only have the drum pattern and the bass guitar, so we can smash it a little bit, of course. Let's do that again, but with the black Fetish compressor. Start off without the Townhouse engaged. I think that it really, really works well with the Black Fetish compressor, together with the BX Townhouse Bus Compressor. I am very close to what I can reach with the Purple Audio. Of course, in that case, you need to have two compressors, and I will always grab for the Purple Audio because I still think it's so realistic that that I can listen to it for as long as I want to, because it doesn't make me tired. But in a mix, if you can really hear that difference, I don't know. But if you just have to imagine this, that if you have the Purple MC77 on a lot of tracks in your mix, you will still have that realistic vibe. I think that if you have a lot of less well-designed compressors in your mix, you will start to notice that difference. But hey, that is just my opinion. That is not right or wrong. So let's go to the next one. That is the blue one, the Fetish, and we start off without the BX Townhouse bus compressor engaged. So with this compressor, I feel that it's the less realistic one of the five. But I just wanted to let you hear the difference between the black one and the blue one with the BX Townhouse bus compressor on top of it. So let's go to the LaLa, and basically the LaLa, I consider this as a compressor that you can find in many DAWs, and I just want to show you what it can do when you put on top of that the BX Townhouse bus compressor. So let's have a listen. I think that is really great. It's tight but lively anyway. It is transparent. It is quite realistic together with that BX Townhouse bus compressor. So I really love the sound of that. Let's go to the purple audio one. And I start off again without the Townhouse engaged. Okay, just stop here for a second. So you can hear that without the BX Townhouse bus compressor, the other compressors, they need that Townhouse to get to this sound with the setting, of course, that I put there in the compressors to match all these compressors together a little bit. But that is a little bit the demonstration of this video, is that with that BX Townhouse bus compressor, you can get into that ballpark. So that's really fantastic. The purple audio can do a lot on its own. It doesn't need anything else. It is so advanced that you can really get far with it. But you can hear the sound of the purple audio, respect the other ones where the Townhouse is engaged. You are in that ballpark, you are in that vibe, you are in that energy. And that's why the BX Townhouse is such a great compressor. So let's do this again, and let's engage the Townhouse bus compressor on the MC77. So you hear that even the MC77, if you add the BX Townhouse bus compressor, you really get big. The sound is big. If you can use that in a mix, well, depends on the song, of course. But if you want to have that sound as your room mic sound or parallel bus compression, and to dial it in with your normal drum kit, then this is just fantastic. Let's listen to that again because it's just amazing. The MC77, the BX Townhouse Bus Compressor on top of it, as a parallel compression, dialing it in into your mix. I think it will give your mix a lot of energy. So really, really fantastic. So let's engage all the Townhouse bus compressors, and let's start again with the Molotok. Um, then I will switch it off to give you 1 bar of only basic guitar to let your ears readjust. And then I go to the next track and I will finish with the MC77. I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. Do the things that you think you have to do. Don't do anything that you think you shouldn't do. You all know what I mean. Thank you very much. Bye bye.